In this segment, we're going to learn how to set up Kinesis input streams. Amazon Kinesis is a managed service for real-time processing of streaming data at massive scale. So there's a Kinesis receiver, which is going to create an input D stream and using the Kinesis client library. The steps to get going with this is the first is configuring Kinesis in your Amazon account with one or more shards. The best practice is to follow the AWS documentation for how to do this. When you're building your Spark Streaming application, you're going to want to link with the Spark Streaming Kinesis ASL library. The version at the end, the 2.10, that's subject to change as the different Scala versions are supported. The third step is to go ahead and build your Spark Streaming application. When you do that, the only thing new you're doing is you're going to create the stream to use using the Kinesis utilities. So here you see we have this Kinesis utilities create stream. So that takes the streaming context, the Kinesis stream name that you configured, the endpoint URL for it, how often the checkpoint, and the initial position, which is the offset in the stream. Then it's a matter of deploying your application and its dependencies via Spark Submit. Really no different than submitting any other Spark job. Let's take a look now at the architecture of using Kinesis with Spark Streaming. So there's three tiers of this architecture. There's your application, there's Kinesis, and there's Spark Streaming. So starting on your application side, you have the Spark Kinesis producer, whatever that may be. Perhaps you're recording the temperature in a refrigerator, or how many times the doors open and close. Whatever your application may be, this is your producer that's receiving data and submitting it into Kinesis. In the middle, we have Amazon Kinesis. And say in this case, we have this Kinesis stream and we just have two shards. And on the right-hand side, we have Spark Streaming. And this is where your Spark Streaming application is going to run. Now, in this case, we're just showing one D stream, but you may have many of them. Again, it's going to use a Kinesis client library from Amazon. And then you have a Kinesis record processor, say thread 1, and a second Kinesis record processor, thread 2. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind with this at runtime. So Kinesis is a data processing system. It's ordered per partition. And it's guaranteed